Yo, what is up, guys? So, as you might know, Masterpiece, the true Draco Slaying King, has come off the ban list. I have been saying for a while on the podcast, on the channel, that I really want it back. I've been so excited, man. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as the list dropped, I went straight home, grabbed my Masterpiece, grabbed my true Draco card, started cooking, and took it to locals today. So I'm gonna show you what I took to locals today. Went undefeated. I played against Malice and Blue Eyes. I didn't play against any YuGiOh, but I played against both of those decks and it performed well. Yeah, it did well. Do I think it's a great deck? Not really, but it's a fun deck. It's a solid, tier 3 or whatever for locals. Recommend trying it out. Some version of True Draco. I'm playing Kashtira True Draco right now. I thought it meshed pretty well together, and because of the field spells, you can play set rotation, just that kind of stuff. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Give it a try, and let's get into the deck list. So let's get into the main deck first. I wanted to play a decent amount of Kashtira and True Draco monsters and cards in general. I started trying to play with just engines of True Draco and realized pretty quickly that that's not really how that deck operates. The deck is a full engine deck. You can slim it down a little bit, but the way that the spells interact with all of the cards and how you have to have multiple of the cards to tribute and to tribute summon, playing a small engine doesn't really jive well together right now. Playing less of the Kashtira cards might, but the Kashtira cards were really good and it really keeps the deck flowing. So I played a bunch of each. This is 48 cards right now, but I've been trying to slim it down a little bit. Here's what I played for locals though. So this is one Masterpiece True Draco Slaying King. This card is insane. It's been banned for 8 years. I am very excited to have it back. 2 Ignis Heat. Card's really good. 2 Majesty Maiden and 1 Dynamite Knight. So Dynamite Knight was limited, so I only owned 1, but it's at 3 now. I want to play 2. I wanted to play 2 of each, but for today I played, 1 of this, and I bumped another card that I will show you later, and I'll show you what I'm gonna switch it for. But I wanted to play 2 of each. After playing today, I might play more. I'm not 100% sure what I would play more of, but I do want to see these pretty consistently to tribute some of my spells and traps, because it seems like in some games I was seeing the spells and traps and not so much the monsters. But usually I could get to them, draw into them or whatever. So those are the True Draco monsters. Now for the cash monsters. 3 Fenrir. I played a pretty heavy cash engine. So 3 Unicorn. Unicorn's really good right now, especially with Detonator at 1. And all of the Malice links they play at 1. A bunch of cards in the YuGiOh deck they play at 1. The Feedsmith engine stuff and whatnot. So very, very, very good card. And Fenrir is just insane. Fenrir's goated. And especially in this deck, just being able to special Fenrir and then summon one of the True Draco monsters is really cool. Special add, summon True Draco, and then if they interact with the rest of your turn at all, you can just, activate a True Draco spell or trap or add Masterpiece. Then I played 2 Rise Heart to round out the Kashtira engine. I wanted to play 2 because you can special it from hand as tribute fodder, and then you could also special it just to further get to different things, banish something, add it back with Theosis, etc. I played 3 Ash. This is the one thing that I did not want to play. I wanted to play a different board breaker. I wanted to play Metaltronus because I thought it was cute that you could banish something face down and lock a zone with Shangarira, even though that probably isn't going to come up. But I wanted to play another board breaker instead of this. Did not have the Metaltronuses, but I definitely could have played an Ultimate Slayer or something else in place of this. I just think there's so many cards, and since I'm playing Pot of Extravagance, which I'll show you in a second, I'm going to be able to draw into board breakers more often than I'm going to draw these Ashes, and they're going to be more impactful than the Ashes. So the Ash did hit a couple of things today that, it was good, but I think it's probably going to be more consistently good to play a board breaker here as opposed to just these sand traps. So that's all the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So 3 Kashtira Planet, Restored Planet. Playing set rotation, and also I just really want to always get into the Kashtira cards, so I want to play as many as possible. So there we go. 3 Birth. So I thought about playing 2 Birth, but then I realized, hey, it's a continuous spell. If I draw too many, or if I draw it without a cash name or something, I can always just tribute over it, which is insane. It's really cool, the synergy. And it's also cool if you like open Birth and Unicorn, you can Unicorn into another Birth, and then have that as tribute fodder if you need it. So it's cool how that interaction works. And then just 2 Theosis. So Theosis, it used to be a 3 of in like the main Kashtira deck, but now it's definitely a dead draw by itself. But I still want to play 2. I want to further the engine after turn 1, because this is definitely a after turn 1 type of deck, right? So I played 3 True Draco Heritage. This is the end of the True Draco spells now. So Heritage was traditionally just always the best one. It's the one that lets you draw up to 3 cards, and it'll also give you an additional tribute summon. I played 3. I want to keep it at 3, I believe. And this is the one that I play at 3. So I'm playing 2 Disciples. Disciples is the recursion card, and it's another additional tribute summon. So that'll let you normal summon up to 3 times if the 2 are tributes off these cards, which is really cool in this deck. And then 1 Diagram. And this is the card that's still limited. Obviously, this card's insane. Can pop your spells, pop your traps, pop stuff from hand, or you can play a quick play. You can activate this, chain a quick play, send a quick play. It's such a good card, man. I would love for it to come back to 3, but it's definitely going to be abused if it comes back to 3. We all know it. I don't know what it'll be abused in, but definitely we'll find something. 1 set rotation. I want to get to Diagram as much as humanly possible. 1 Terraforming, same thing. And then 3 Pot of Extravagance. I'm not playing Prosperity because I don't want to play both. I know it's 48 cards, so I definitely could play both, but I definitely want to see the 2 cards more often than I just want to scry through, look through. And, you know, adding 2 cards in your Tribute Summon deck is always good, right? So now for non-engine, we got 3 Droplet. This card I think is insane, especially in theory. So you can send your spells and traps, and on your opponent's turn, right, you can activate this, send a trap, negate something, and then pop something else with the trap, or send a spell, etc. You know, so it gets double value in this deck because you get its effect and then whatever you send's effect, which I thought was really cool, and that's why I'm playing it. It performed really well today. I think this card is really good right now, and it's really good, especially in this deck. So if you're playing this deck, highly recommend this. And then the 1 Talents. I actually drew this once today, so that was pretty cool. I think it was like game 1, round 1. I drew Talents and Ripped, so that was pretty sick. So that's all for the spells. Play a lot of spells. And here's for the traps. So we have 3 True King's Return. This is the card that I wanted to cut for Dynamite Night. So I would like to play 2 of this, 2 Dynamite Night. Goodness gracious, say that fast. I wanted to play 3 of this and 2 Dynamite Night, but the hands that I was drawing today, I kept seeing this more often, and I would rather have seen Dynamite Night. So I think I would just want to cut this so I don't see the traps as often, and I can see another body that can also search the trap. So I think that would be better. But I played 3 of this, and then I played 2 Draco Apocalypse. Apocalypse is really good. Apocalypse is the one that I think people thought less of back in the day, but is actually just insane. When I was playing against Malice, like, he exhausted some stuff and then summoned another Malice monster after. So like he normal summoned, I popped it with Masterpiece, and then he like he activated Malice Underground, put another body on field, and then I apocalypsed because I had summoned Knuckles. I apocalypse, popped my True King's Return, and then popped the other monster that he put on field. And it was pretty much just end of turn from there. If you remove 2 Malice bodies, like, it's hard for them to play. So that was pretty cool. And it was also backed up by like an Imperm. And then the last thing that I play is Imperm. So 3 Imperm. That's 48 cards. Like I said, I would definitely probably switch those 2 cards, one of these, for 1 Dynamite Night. And I mean, there are other cards that you definitely could switch around. I definitely would like to try taking the Ash out, playing another Board Breaker. I think that would jive well with the deck. I think it would, you know, add a lot to the deck to play more Board Breakers. I think that whenever I saw these, it was really nice. So, and then this is a pseudo Board Breaker. It's a Board Breaker that can stop Duo Drive and then also just stop detonator or whatever if you draw it on your turn. So especially with the pots, I think that board breakers are really good. So that's it for the main deck. Let's go with the extra deck now. So the extra deck is where I didn't put quite as much thought into. I try to put a little bit of thought into the main deck to make it function well, even though, you know, it definitely could be trimmed down and made more efficient. I think that it was pretty cool. But the extra deck, it's really just whatever. There's a few different versions of the extra deck that you could play. I'm playing just a utility version. The Shangri-Era, the Dark Arm, the Draco Sack, the big guy. I'm playing this, which is Artifact Durandal. Some of the True Dracos are level 5. So 2 of the smaller monsters are level 5. So I figured, hey, why not? That card's really good. And if you summon a Omnigate, that'll usually win you some games. I did not summon it though. And then a Zeus. And then those are all the Xyz monsters that I played. For links, I played every Charmer but Dark. I realized I don't play any Dark monsters, but I have every other type of monster in my deck. So I played all these. I only used Asa, actually, but using Asa let me take one of my opponent's monsters out of their grave, and then link into SP, banish their last card on field, and then have enough pressure to survive the next turn and then win. So that was pretty cool, and I just figured I can do like that play and like an access code play or whatever with any of these cards, which I thought was really cool. So that's why I just decided if I can play them all, why not play them all? 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Blackluster Soldier Link. So this card is good when it comes up, and then a bunch of my stuff is level 7 or higher. So, I mean, why not if you have room? And then an access code. Obviously, there's a ton more stuff that you could play. You can play Typhon. You can play pretty much whatever. I think that another version of this that you can play is a lot of utility for Ultimate Slayer and then main Ultimate Slayer. I think that is a version that I would like to try out, is just instead of all this like fluff, a bunch of Ultimate Slayer targets. I think that would be really cool. And then something else that I had kind of thought about, but just thought it was kind of cute, but probably made the deck worse overall. But if you want to play something kind of cute, is I was thinking about these and maybe playing Tyrolimus Kashtira to search off this as well. But you play set rotation and terraforming, so that's 3 of this. And then if you already have access to your other engines, you can go boom, search Visas, and then boom, make Cycling Punisher. And this card is really good. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just figured I'd throw that in there. But that is something that you could also add to your extra deck if you wanted to. So now to the side deck. Obviously, we played the 3 Lancias. Obviously, we played the 3 Droll. Against certain decks, these are obviously just game skips pretty much. I played D-Fisher. I thought that if I was going first against like a Fiendsmith deck or any graveyard variant deck, I mean, Shifter doesn't exist now, so you know they're going to be popping back up in crazy numbers. And, you know, Fiendsmith is still full power, so that's really good. Going first, and even occasionally, depending on the deck, going second, that card is really good. So we're throwing it in there. It doesn't really hurt this deck at all, so if you can play it, play it. And also, if you're in a situation where it would hurt you, you can just tribute over it because it's a continuous spell. So there we go. 2 Monarch Stormforth. I thought this was the cool generic go in second card. In a lot of cases, it's like Lightning Storm right now, which is admittedly probably better than this card, but I can play this card, and I really wanted to play this card, so it's in my deck. This card's really cool. There was a game today. I still lost the game because it was just, he had so much board presence, but my opponent had the Fiendsmith Link 3 on field, and he activated its effect to summon Desiree. It was on my turn to summon Desiree from grave, and I go, I'll change Stormforth. So I changed Stormforth, then he summoned Desiree, and then I was able to tribute it. That was really cool. Did enjoy that. And then for the rest, I have a Skill Drain, I have an Anti-Spell, and then I have 2 Imperial Iron Walls. When I played against Malice, I did not draw this, but let me tell you, I sided it in. That card is insane. It's cool, I think, because like it does stop your Kashtira cards and it does stop Masterpiece from popping. But if you exhaust that, or even if you're just playing against Malice, you don't have to even exhaust it. You can just flip this man, and your opponent probably just loses. But if they don't lose and you need to banish stuff on the crackback, you can literally just tribute over it, like with everything else. That's the theory behind Skill Drain and Anti-Spell. Actually, only of these only drew Anti-Spell today. Anti-Spelled, and then on my turn, I just tributed over it and activated Birth, killed him. That was pretty cool. That's it for the side deck. That's the whole deck. Tell me what you guys think. Like I said, it's definitely a rogue deck. It's definitely a just fun deck that I wanted to take to locals. But I think that it's like a cool switch up from what I've been doing, playing YuGiOh, sweating a little bit. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you're going to try it, and any other cool ideas that you have for True Draco. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys. Peace.